Hari Om. As I've been always been saying, satsang means a sangha, an association to Sat. Please understand this clearly. A sangha means association to Sat. To Sat means to what is real, what is true. So our commitment in life is to asatoma satgamaya. From the unreal, let us go towards the real. See, we have developed taste buds to the unreal. When you develop taste buds to the unreal, it is like a person smoking. He has developed taste buds to smoking, which is really not good, but he has developed taste buds. Once he has developed taste buds, he becomes addicted. Once he becomes addicted, his source of pain gets translated as a source of pleasure. I want you to understand this very clearly. A person smoking, actually it is a source of pain. But for him, it has become a source of pleasure. So once you have developed taste buds to something which is not good, the taste buds that you have developed, which is called as Jivatma, the lower energies in you, once it develops, it does a great Maya, a great Vyamoha it does. Maya means it covers something and projects something else. That's why the word Maya is two Shakti. Avarna Shakti, that which covers, and Vikshepa, that which projects. It covers the truth and projects the false. And when it projects the false appear to be true. So please digest this very clearly. It's important that you digest it. Because what is happening, the Jivatma, the lower energies, develop certain taste buds. The Paramatma, the higher energies in us, has certain taste buds. Now the question is, are you logging on to your lower energies or are you logging on to your higher energies? Is a distinction that you have to be aware of. Are you logging on to your lower energies or your higher energies? So therefore, a satsang means your association with the real, your association with truth. Now these taste buds have to be developed. Like initially you are doing exercising. When you do exercise initially you have not developed taste buds. Then as you go on doing exercising, you will start developing healthy taste buds, and then you find exercising becomes your inner breath. So too also, if you are drinking, taking ganja, taking hashish, smoking, you go on doing this, you will develop certain kind of taste buds towards it. Once you develop those taste buds towards it, it will appear to be a source of pleasure even though it is a source of pain. That's the great Maya. That's why Maya is said is Avarna, that which covers, Vikshepa, that which projects. It covers the truth and projects the false. And when it projects the false, it appears it is true. That's why Maya is more an appearance. So satsang, every month you're coming here, etc. Any type of satsang is, you have to really reprogram yourself. So you renounce your taste buds to the unhealthy, which somewhere we have picked up due to ignorance, and develop taste buds towards the healthy. And the greatest health is truth. And therefore, Sat Sang, your Sangha, your association should be towards the truth. Now, what is the truth? I don't know, but at least I am committed towards the truth. What is the truth? Leave. I am not talking of this fanatic truth there. What is, at least you should be a lover of truth. When you are a lover of truth, invisible forces will start guiding you towards the truth. If you are a lover of a fanatic concept, then you will be again in a Maya. So every satsang, you should keep this in mind. Once you keep this in mind, an enlightened master, a wise person, a wise guide, you call it whatever names you want to call, a guide, a guru, a master, whatever it is, he is interested in transforming people. That's why a difference between a guru and an acharya is there. Guru is interested in transforming people. Please, all of you should get clarity in this. He is interested in transforming. He is not interested in converting you as his shishyas to increase his chelas. An acharya is more interested is seeing that tradition is survived. An acharya is one, or teacher. A teacher is one who is committed to tradition, whereas a master is one who is committed to transformation and truth. And all of you should make this distinction, because most of us are caught up in tradition. Alright, but are you committed to truth or tradition? So therefore, a master is one who is interested in student being transformed and enlightened. He is not interested in making you follow his tradition. He is being his chela, and if this distinction is there, you have to be wise. And what is real transformation? Lord Shiva in the Shiva Sutra says, Atma Nartakaha. All of you say? Little more loudly. Atma means the self should become a Nartakaha, should become a dancer. See, Nataraja, always dancing. Dancing means celebration. Life should be really a celebration. The greatest miracle in life is not somebody producing laddus, somebody producing vibhutis, somebody reading your mind. No, a real, please see, that is not a thing there, miracle. The greatest miracle is understanding life itself is the greatest miracle. Life itself is the greatest miracle. If life is the greatest miracle, if life is God, living wisely is prayer. If life is God, living wisely is prayer. Please understand, miracle is not, people come to me, some people ask, Swamiji, do you perform miracles? Talking to you is the biggest miracle, I told him. Such a stupid person, I'm still talking, no. Talking to you is the biggest miracle. Right? No, he says, no, Swamiji, can you read my mind? I said, understanding my mind only, whole life I have dedicated. Why should I understand your mind, I said. Because I am saying something very important, because people take these parameters to be some wise parameters. When I was studying in the ashram, right, and I was studying there, next to me in the ashram was a Philippines person. He was from Philippines. And I used to teach him grammar, because he used to pick up Sanskrit grammar is very difficult. So I was good at Sanskrit grammar. So I used to teach him Sanskrit grammar, etc., like this thing. Then after a few months, he was so happy, because studying the ashram was very packed. We have to study so much there, study Vyakarna, so many things we have to study there. So therefore, I could still spare time and teach this Philippines person there. So after a few months, he told me, I'm so happy you're spending your time, etc. I want to give you a gift. Tell me, what is the gift he said you want to give? He said, I will teach you the art of reading people's mind. He has been, before he came to the ashram, he has been with tantric gurus who have taught him the art of reading people's mind. So I will teach you that gift, which is very rare gift there. You have to do some practices, that method of how to read people's mind. I folded my hand and said, understanding my mind only is enough. Why should I know your mind? I said. Why should I understand people's mind? Just imagine I'm giving a discourse right now. I can read your mind. Why Swamiji is wearing a watch? Why did he go on a cruise and give discourse? I just came from the discourse giving on a cruise. Because they wanted it. Right? If you go on doing, now my talking will get disturbed, no? So I said, please, I am not interested in this gift. After a few days, he came to me and thanked me so much. He said, "You are really a wise person. You are really a wise person," he said. I asked why. Because in our ashram there was a Shiva temple there. In the Shiva, when he used to sit down for meditation. Now, he was curious to understand how other people are, what they are meditating. He said he was supposed to do meditation on Shiva. And he says, when I started reading the other people's mind, such garbage thoughts they have, unnecessary, my mind got disturbed, he said. Just I want you to see, God has given us such beautiful gift, not to understand somebody's mind. Isn't it? If you can understand what your daughter-in-law is thinking, what your wife will be thinking, she may be thinking of somebody else. All this, if you understand, your life is going to be hell. So people come and ask me, "Swamiji, can you read people's mind?" I said, "Do you perform miracles?" I said, the greatest miracle is what? Loudly. The greatest miracle is life. Living wisely is true prayer. Living wisely. So through satsang, you have to develop this acumen, the art of how to live wisely. One of the important wise livings is, please celebrate life. And Lord Shiva says, Atma Nartakaha. Keep the self, Atma Nartakaha, as a dancer. Means always learn to rejoice life. My mother was just telling me just recently. Right? See, God has given us two little eyes. Right? And we can see what? Stars, which are millions and millions of miles away. Two little eyes can see stars millions and millions of miles away. Is this not a great miracle? Yes or no? Yes. Say wow. Wow. Right? Be happy, You are saying wow because I told you to say wow, wow. But really you have to feel. You have to really feel these little eyes can hear millions and see millions and millions miles away. This is enough for you to be really happy. Not getting a lottery ticket. This is enough for us to be really happy. So first learn to celebrate life. Whatever you have, feel it deeply. Please understand, whatever you have, feel it deeply. Don't feel it in a shallow way. Hey, these two little eyes I have got, I can see millions and millions of miles away. What a great gift. What a great gift God has given me. And when you really feel it deeply, there is a celebration which comes from your being, not a celebration which comes from pleasure. There's a celebration which comes from being, and there's a celebration which comes from pleasure. Right? We are all used to a celebration from pleasure. As I told you, I just came from a cruise, everywhere drinking. From then I came to, afterwards, to one day holiday spent in Goa and just landed today. I was staying in a nice 5-star hotel there. Everywhere, everybody drinking. From breakfast time drinking. Because your whole programming is what? Is celebration through pleasure. Not that pleasure is bad, but what the spiritual rishis are telling us is there is a pleasure, there is a celebration from your being. And if a celebration comes from your being, then please see, events don't determine your quality of life. Events don't determine the quality of life. What determines your quality of life are internal states. This is a very important teaching. In all my books I have given, it is not events which determine the quality of life. The event I got married, I am happy. Divorced, very happy. Child born, happy. Right? These are all events. And for ordinarily, events are deciding people's life. But what our saints are telling, it is our inner state of being which determines your quality of life. If you are in a state of being of deep thankfulness, of deep gratitude, of deep celebration, right? When you are in a very celebrative state, then it will be like, reflect on the story. There was a prisoner in the jail. For whatever reason he was in jail, but he was an enlightened soul, the story goes. He was a very enlightened soul. Events did not determine the quality of his life. It was his state of being which was so enlightened. For some reason, he was in the jail. And therefore, when he's in the jail, he seems he used to have a guitar and he used to sing. And so happy his being was, his state of being was, all the prisoners in the jail was also swaying to his music, dancing to his music, swaying to his music. The jailer was a sadist. Right? Now the jailer said, my God, people in the jail are more happy. And I go out of the jail, I am miserable with my wife. I come inside the jail, I am miserable. And these people are in bondage, and still this man with his guitar is making prisoners as great joyous. So he becomes jealous. Once he becomes jealous, what happens? Whole Mahabharata is jealous only, What Duryodhana had, understand what jealousy can do, you should understand very clearly. And typical Mahabharata shows what jealousy can do. So this jailer became jealous. And when this jailer became jealous, what he did is, he went to this prisoner with a guitar, making everybody happy. He takes the guitar, breaks the guitar. Now let us see how he can make people happy. Because with music he is making people happy. The next day the jailer saw this person, no guitar, he was singing without the guitar, and all the prisoners were swaying with the vibrations of his being. Now the jailer became more jealous. Guitar gone, and with singing also he can make dance, because his being was powerful. Right? So he gets so annoyed to him, he goes and cuts his tongue. The story, spiritual story goes, he cuts his tongue, and let us see, now you can't sing, how you're going to make people happy? Next day the jailer comes, and he was shocked to see this man, this prisoner, tongue is cut there, no guitar, in silence he is swaying, in silence he is swaying his hand, just swaying like a Tai Chi dance, he was saying. And his presence was so powerful, was inspiring others, and others also were also swaying. And then this jailer sits down in despair and says, I don't think I can ever stop this man celebrating. This man was an enlightened soul. For him, events did not determine the quality of life. It was an internal state of being which determined the quality of life. And therefore, in our satsang, we have to understand, work on your internal state of being. Don't work on events. Happy birthday, then you celebrate. New Year, celebrate. Let that happen, but real celebration is moment to moment your being. How you develop that wisdom is what you have to develop. Or else what happens? Nature can give you so many things. Nature can bless us so many things, but still what will happen? You can be miserable. In one of my books, I think I have given the story. There's a monk, sadhu was going that side, and he sees a rat scared of the cat. Who's scared? All of you. Rat scared of the cat. And this monk was a very, very powerful, enlightened. He had so many siddhis. So what he said, poor rat is always scared of the cat. Always scared. So therefore, he blesses the rat. Right? And the rat becomes the cat. He thought he's going to be happy. But then the cat was afraid of the dog. The same rat which became afraid of the cat, blessed it became cat. So no more afraid, no? But then what happened? His state of being has not changed. Now this cat was always afraid of the dog. The sadhu, being full of karuna, compassion, he blesses the cat to become a dog. Now the fear will go away. So therefore the rat became the cat, blessed cat became the dog, thought he'll be happy. What happened? The next day the sadhu saw the dog is afraid of the panther. He's living the farm. The sadhu, again compassionate person, blesses him. So therefore the dog becomes the panther, so no more fear. So panther very powerful. What happened? Now the panther is afraid of the hunter now. Always a lot of hunting going on in that area. Then the monk looks at this and says, however I bless you, you are always afraid because you are carrying the heart of a rat. Since you are carrying the heart of a rat, even if you have become a panther, you continue to be a rat. And says, go back to a rat once again. Please understand this very clearly. God has given us, like how the monk blessed the rat to become the cat and cat to become the dog. Nature has been blessing us so much. Right? But we continue to carry the heart of a miserable person. And if you carry the heart of a miserable person, you may get married to Miss World, but you will make her also miserable. You will make her also miserable. And therefore, please understand the first important teaching I like to give all of you is the Shiva Sutra, Atma Nartakaha. Keep yourself as a dancer, celebrate life. But when you're celebrating life, it is not the events which determine the quality of your life. It is your state of being which determines the quality of your life. And for that to really happen, right, what is very, very important is a love for transformation. Therefore, there is a beautiful Veda Vyasa. Vyasa was, Vyasa, right? He has written the Mahabharata, the Panchama Veda. Mahabharata is called the Panchama Veda, right? The Mahabharata, human psychology, human conflicts is so beautifully dramatized and depicted there. Veda Vyasa has not only written Puranas for people who are not intelligent to understand. He has written now the Mahabharata for more intelligent people, and for very intelligent people, he has written a very, very beautiful text called as Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra. It's very, very, and it's so difficult to understand the Brahma Sutra because it's the quintessence of the whole Veda, but put in a very, very difficult style, in a sutra form. And one of the sutras, the first sutra, Veda Vyasa is Brahma Sutra is written. The first sutra is Atato Brahma Jignyasa. Say all of you. Atato Brahma Jignyasa. Atato Brahma Jignyasa. Right, means thereafter an inquiry into Brahman. That's all. In our ashram for 1 month, we studied on this sutra. Adi Shankaracharya and all has written commentaries. 1 month it has taken, so many hours just to understand this sutra. Atato Brahma Jignyasa. Right, thereafter an inquiry into Brahman is the meaning. What do you mean by thereafter? That's what I'm going to deliberate here. What is meant by thereafter? An inquiry means you cannot inquire into Brahman without proper qualifications. It's like doing martial art without proper training. It's like doing some type of, you're doing Sirsasana without doing the basic asanas. So thereafter an inquiry into Brahman, thereafter means what? Thereafter means after the great saint Adi Shankaracharya says, after sadhana chatushtaya anantaram, means after you have acquired the fourfold qualification, right, only then you can inquire into Brahman. What is the fourfold qualification? Right, Adi Shankaracharya says beautifully, Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shat Sampattihi, Mumukshutvam. Mumukshu. Means these are the four qualifications. If you want to enter into a life of transformation, right, the four qualifications are Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shat Sampatti and Mumukshutvam.